20 years ago, Matthew A. Cherry was in pursuit of his NFL dream as a wide receiver, but injuries forced him to call an audible. That pivot has resulted in Cherry becoming an Academy Award-winning writer and director for his animated short Hair Love. Now he has a new series out on Max called Young Love.
Since when did we start nuking our pancakes?
Since you were in a hospital, I had to implement some shortcuts.
Like when we ran out of soap and you gave me a bath with the dishes? Or when we were all out of rubber bands and you used zip ties on my hair? Or when you couldn't help me with my homework and we had to get help from the Postmates guy?
Hey, modern problems require modern solutions.
I'm gonna act like I didn't hear any of that.
Few of those voices that you just heard were Issa Rae and musical artist Kid Cudi. Joining us now is the mastermind behind Young Love, Matthew A. Cherry. Good morning, Matthew. Thanks for making the time today.
Oh, no, thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Young Love follows a young black family in Chi-Town. I know you grew up there on the Northwest side. How did you want to profile young African-American parents navigating the ups and downs of life?
Yeah, you know, I'd never really seen an animated show that focused on millennials who hadn't quite achieved their dreams yet, and they were still trying to be present for their young daughter. So, you know, it just really was real and relatable. We just try to focus on the things that I think young people can relate to. Not a lot of people can relate to having $1 million in their bank account or being able to buy anything they want. You know, it's a bit of a struggle and it's a grind and they're still trying to figure it out. So just really wanted to represent for the people that are on the come up and they're still trying to figure their way out.
No, it's something that everyone can definitely find relatable. So I mentioned earlier that you played some time in the NFL. Then from that to winning an Academy Award, new series now on Max. This, of course, didn't happen overnight. But I'm just really curious, Matthew, how rewarding has this journey just been for you?
You know, it's just been really amazing. Like just working kind of in the kid space with the picture book, the short film, obviously having over 100 million views on YouTube. Like, every day I get tagged with just different parents reading the book to their kid or dressing up as Zuri. So it's just been so rewarding and fulfilling, kind of putting something out there in the culture that kind of promotes self-confidence within the young people. And so it's just been a really incredible journey and just can't wait for more people to discover the show and check it out. You know, we really made it for the entire family to enjoy.
You need to start a master class on just social media because that's how I found out about you in addition to Kickstarter. So congrats to all the success that you're having. I'm not going to ask you what you can run in the 40 right now, but I know, of course, you balled out at the University of Akron. We just saw some of those photos. When did the film bug bite you? Was it back in school? Was it before then?
Yeah, you know, just growing up, loving movies and TV. Like I was a part of radio and TV club in high school. I majored in radio TV production in college. So a little bit when I was a bit younger, but it wasn't until I got to LA that I really was like, all right, maybe I want to direct and just kind of start working my way up.
So as we're going to navigate this new series on Max, is there a message or overall theme you want families and viewers to take away from watching Young Love?
Yeah, you know, like no matter what obstacles or problems that come your way, you know, a strong family can help you overcome anything. That's really the goal and the message that we want to try to get across with the story.
I'm sure this isn't lost on you, but the power of representation, it's so important, especially in your industry. What's been the biggest hurdle for you as you're navigating these waters with an untraditional background?
You know, I think it's just being, getting in the room, you know, being heard. I think also like a lot of my stories tend to be a little bit more, you know, normalized, a little bit less on the action-y side. So just kind of showing the power and just like the small and the quiet moments. But, you know, winning an Oscar helps to get in those rooms.
Oh, man, make sure you have some more room on that shelf because I'm sure some more awards are coming. Finally, though, you're a relatively new dad with your wife, Candace. How much does this current series reflect your current life, if any at all, in navigating those ups and downs?
You know, just very real. Like, I think, you know, parenting today is less about these gender roles and it's more about just like surviving. You know, rent is so high everywhere and the cost of living is going up every day. And both parents just have to step up and get involved. And that's literally what we see. You know, some days my wife has to go to work early, so I get our daughter up, get her dressed, you know, and get her ready for her day. And other times I have to leave early, so my wife does. So less about like, you exclusively do this and I exclusively do that. And it's more about what we're going to do to try to survive this day, really.
Absolutely. Really appreciate the time. If you need any voiceover work for sportscasters, I got you covered. All right, Matt?
I appreciate you, man.
All right, that was Matthew A. Cherry. Of course, you can check out Young Love on Max right now. Dan, Hazel?